Things are not taking too long. You are in the moment you need to be. Welcome to Intuition Unlocked, the podcast empowering empathic women who feel misunderstood, overwhelmed, or disconnected from their intuition, begin to trust their sensitivities, find inner clarity, and show up with embodied, unstoppable confidence in their daily lives. I am your host, Olivia Ashley, an empath and intuitive, and I am so happy you're here. Hello and welcome. No matter where you are, no matter how you're doing, I am just wishing you the best and hoping that you can find whatever you need in this moment, in this time, and trust that if you are here for this intuitive insight, there is a message for you. As always, please take what resonates, leave the rest. Trust that you are your own best guide, and I am here to be your intuitive best friend, mirroring what you already know. This week's intuitive insight is for December 8th through the 14th. And the big energy theme that I'm feeling this week is confronting. The theme of confronting is a deep and necessary call to face the areas in your life where you've reached your limit or you need to surrender. Where are you saying enough is enough? This week invites you to examine what no longer can be sustained, what needs to shift, and where surrender and letting go may be the most liberating option. Confronting doesn't mean chaos or upheaval this week. It's more of an act of self-awareness and choice. It's about facing old stories, memories, and relationships, choices, habits, with the courage to ask not why they are persisting, but how you can respond in a new way that empowers growth. Whatever you are confronting this week, know that it's time to move away from that why is this happening? Why am I feeling this way? That energy keeps you stuck. It keeps it replaying. It keeps you feeling like you're a victim. When you shift to the how do I look at this in a new way? How do I make a change to actually stop repeating whatever it is or stop engaging in the things that are not making me feel good or that I'm just kind of standing for and I don't actually stand for that? That isn't my truth. There is an adjustment and a new reaction that can take place. And this is happening this week because you are ready for the next steps of your life, the next level of the journey. A new chapter wants to be written, yet there's some closing and confronting you must do to get there. It feels transformative, but it also feels like that crumbling. It's a mix of energy. It's a spectrum of emotion that you will be feeling. And yet I see a spark that will arise from this confronting that you will be doing. And it's setting you up for the next year. December is a foreshadowing and a kickstart of the year ahead. So the things that you're moving through and facing and working on are going to be felt and built upon the next 6 to 12 months. So let's get into the messages this week. The first message is take your time. There is no hurrying necessary right now. I think it's really easy for us to fall into comparison or feeling like, why? Again, that why question. Why is this taking so long? Why hasn't this happened yet? Why can't I be X, Y, Z or jump to that next space or be that embodiment of what I'm trying to become? Trust that the pace you are going at is in perfect timing for what you need to be doing, who you are, and where you are at. It's a great time to rest, take care of yourself, prioritize some of the things that you need to organize or reset or rethink about. The things you accomplish or prioritize this week are in tune with your heart, with what you need, and it's helping you. So drop the comparison. You are not behind anyone else. Things are not taking too long. You are in the moment you need to be. And I see your guides giggling like, ooh, if you could only see the magic that is being woven for you and the plot that is being written, you will understand more as your life unfolds this next year. And it feels good. They just want to affirm, hang in there, just wait. You're doing the perfect things. You're on the path you should be on. So be grateful, be present, and find some grounding in the moment you're in. We're always moving through a dance of endings, beginnings, and life between those points. So look up at the sky, look down to the ground, look into your heart, and remember the miraculous nature of being alive right now in this moment. Time is moving at the pace you need. Message number 2. Take care of you. It's essential as you move through this confronting energy this week and we gear up for the holidays, the new year, all of those big moments that we're building towards, that you are prioritizing yourself and the nourishment of you. Where do you feel you've gotten lax in your self-care? Or where are you putting others in front of you? And how can you begin to bring in aspects that nourish and tend to your mind, body, heart, and soul? Keep it simple. Keep it just in the moment. Choose something that would feel good. And remember that you're doing enough. You are enough. Because as we confront these old patterns or challenges, there is a lot that's going to come up emotionally, physically, and your body is asking you to listen to it. It's gonna be louder this week and this month. So let any symptoms or feelings or signals that are coming through show you the way. Spend some time taking a breath, dropping into your body, noticing any sensations that arise, and ask what message it has for you. How can you give it some love? What does it need? How can you take care of it and you? Because that is going to support you through this week and always. This is always a big reminder. If you're a human and in a body, there's always something to be noticing and tending to, but it's those acts that you build upon, that you take time for, that are going to support you in the long run. Health is wealth, and if you prioritize it now, you're going to be set up for a much better future and longevity and vitality in this body, in this vessel, than if you just ignore it or put it off. Message number 3, find play, fun, and joy. There is an essence of magic being woven through this week. Just because we are confronting some big things doesn't mean we cannot find joy or play in our week. Do something a little out of the ordinary. Maybe you take a walk at night with lights with your partner, play a card game instead of watching a show, bake and decorate cookies with your kids, or get out canvases and paint a winter snowscape. Don't overthink it and use what you already have at hand. Maybe even remember what it was like at this time of year when you were a kid. What's an activity or a memory you could recreate that brought smiles and joy to your heart? And then just do it. Play and joy is not a distraction or even a luxury. It's a way to reconnect you to yourself, to dropping into that energy of flow, of openness, of abundance even, and it'll reconnect you with that vitality, that spark, that smile, that levity, that while we are confronting things is also something we can hold as well. The last message for this week is let there be light. For some of you, it feels like there is a dimming of your light, your heart space, and even your happiness. It's like you're pulling your shoulders in, you're kind of a little bit grumpy, and you're just like, I just need to be in myself. Leave me alone. This is what I can do, and this is enough. But is it enough? I sense it's a protective mechanism you've put in place to feel more safe and okay as you've been moving through some big things, maybe some challenges, hardship, or even just facing the unknown. Like it just feels there's become this dis-ease within your heart space. And notice if this resonates with you. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you do feel like you're open and you're feeling good, and yet you can still use this as a moment to check in, because it's been hard lately. And some of us do feel like we are simply just trying to get by. So let's take a moment here together, if you're willing to do so, and drop into your body and heart. If you need a pause and we listen to this later where you are sitting, or if you just want to do this if you are driving and need to keep your eyes open, just breathe and follow along. If you can, let your eyes soften or even close and start to lengthen that breath, taking longer inhales and longer exhales down through your belly. And then notice your heart space. Maybe you place one or both hands on top of your heart. What do you sense? Is there an emotion, a temperature, a lightness or heaviness to your heart? For many, I'm sensing there's a bit of a darkness, like you've put a weight over your heart, a shield. There's this dark covering. And if you feel like that's there, just notice it, honor it, give gratitude to it for protecting you, because that's what it's doing. If you would like, you can ask it to show you why you are holding it here. What are you scared of? Or what is the root of why you placed it here? Once you get a sense of it, or if you need more time, pause. I'll invite you, if you feel ready, to release it. You can ask it to begin to remove itself, melt, open up space for the light of your heart to shine through again. And while you do this, send so much safety, love, strength, and support through your hands into your heart, and begin to let your heart know it's safe to be seen and open once more. You can call in a color. You can ask a guide to help you if you feel like you're struggling to sense anything or open anything. And just trust that even setting an intention to open your heart, feel safe, will allow the energy to do it on its own. Don't force anything, just trust. You can pause again here if you would like and continue to work with this for as long as you'd like. But whenever you're done and you feel like there's a little bit more levity and openness in your heart space, you can take another deep breath, maybe an open mouth exhale. Thank your heart and open your eyes. Thank you for walking through that practice with me. If you did so, I hope that felt supportive, and you can come back and replay that as much as you want. And as you move through your week, notice when you feel like you are caving in on yourself. Maybe that weightiness, that darkness starts to creep in again over your heart. And notice if you're okay with that being there, or if you would like to drop in and begin to ask for that light to shine through again, because that energy is not necessarily supporting you in the long run. It is dampening, it is lessening, it is making things feel even more challenging is what I'm seeing. So just take note and remind yourself that shining your light or opening your heart doesn't mean you have to give more of yourself or you are taxing or releasing more energy. It's a gentle internal adjustment of your energy and your frequency to kind of gift yourself back that connection, the openness, the peace, and just see what comes your way because of that. Okay, so in closing, this week is an invitation to confront, release, and transform with grace. You are exactly where you need to be. Trust the timing and tend to yourself. Remember, slow down, have fun, take care of what you need, and remember to reconnect with your light and your heart. You're setting the stage for an incredible new chapter, one that begins now and is going to carry you into the year ahead. If you're feeling called to go deeper on any of these messages or get more support, head over to my Substack, Trust and Pixie Dust, where I have journal prompts, more inspired practices, and insights that can help you work with this week's energy even further. So let's move through this confronting and yet transformative time together. I wish you all the best. Feel free to reach out and DM me on Instagram at WildlyOlivia. I'd love to hear what's coming up for you, how you're feeling, and any ahas that you have this week. So much love from my heart to yours. We'll talk soon. Thank you for joining me on Intuition Unlocked. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of insight, guidance, or intuitive inspiration. To dive deeper into our community and get access to exclusive content, head to my website at www.olivia-ashley.com and subscribe to my newsletter. You can also connect with me on Instagram at WildlyOlivia for daily inspiration and updates. Remember, your intuition is your superpower. Trust it, nurture it, and let it guide you. Until next time, I'm Olivia Ashley, and I can't wait to connect with you again.